All right. So once again, welcome to today's event because this one is gonna be very special where we're gonna talk about New York. What's in New York? And I'm pretty sure it is everyone's dream to actually know better about the Big Apple. So back again with me, Haikal, as your MC for today, reporting live from the Times Square. Give a round of applause, everyone. So I'm brought from Times Square just to live share this moment where we're gonna unfold regarding New York itself. So, just wondering, so who is excited for today's topic? You guys can like tap the screen, the emojis down there, or like in the chat box. Tell me how excited are you regarding today's topic? I'm pretty sure all of you are excited, right? Okay. So today we're gonna be actually talking regarding New York. And I do believe that everyone is excited to actually know better on what is New York and how to live in New York, probably. So before actually going through the discussion upon New York, I'd actually like to talk regarding the largest English community in Indonesia first, which is Britzone. As I've heard actually from some of you, you guys actually know Britzone from the chat GPT or like from the AI. And that's why I'd like to actually talk regarding the largest community in Indonesia. So, what is Britzone, if you may ask? So, Britzone is an English education platform or like a community where it is free and an open platform for actually people from across the world. No, just kidding. From people from Indonesia to actually join in to help practice their speaking skill, their listening skills, or even to actually make friends. And of course, it is based on volunteerism as well. So anyone could actually volunteer to become a speaker, to become a facilitator, or to be a part of Britzone as a member. So it is all great, it is all fun, and of course, it is also informative, just like today, where we're gonna be talking about New York, and New York. So, if you guys are asking regarding oh, sorry, not New York, but regarding Britzone. So actually in Britzone, we have several classes for you guys to attend. So the first one is actually today's class, which is Britzone Tuesday class, which actually comes in an online and offline format. As for today, we are holding our special event, which is an online format, because we actually have a very special speaker far from us, which is from New York. It's like half across the globe, and I'm pretty sure you all are very, very excited as well. And in Britzone Tuesday class, we always start at 7 p.m. and we actually start on time today, so that is great. We love punctuality, whereby in this class, we're going to talk about the presentation or like a talk show. And then we also will have our FGD, where today the discussion is going to be very, very fun as well. And then apart from the Tuesday class, we also have our Thursday class, which always comes in an online platform. So you'll always be on Zoom, and it is actually very benefiting for people who are living perhaps outside of Jakarta area or even in Java. So everyone can join and get a rub around, just talking in English, speaking in English, and actually get a lot of information as well. And similar to Tuesday's class, we actually always start at 7 p.m., whereby the main event is going to be presentation, which has a spatial theme as well as the FGD as well. So actually, Brazil is very known for the FGD session because everyone could speak and pour whatever there is in their mind regarding the topic that is brought on that day. And then we actually also have Britzone Saturday Fun class, which always comes on offline platform. As you guys can see, we actually had a yoga class like several weeks ago, which is so much fun. And I'm pretty sure perhaps we can do paddle next time if you guys request it. Just kidding, it's up to the Saturday class. But every Saturday, we will have also presentation. We will have FGD. But lastly, we will have fun games whereby everyone who joins can actually play fun games. Like a lot of games is playing around that day as well, and it is in English. And then also, lastly, no, the last two classes that we have is we have our outdoor class, which always be held once a month every Saturday. Like last 2 weeks, we actually had a special event where we celebrated Batik Day, to which we actually talk about batik, we talk about Pancasila and many things else. So it is very fun. Or like in the picture here, we actually had a very fun painting class as well. So Britzone outdoor class is only once a month. So make sure you don't miss any Britzone outdoor class. And lastly, for people who perhaps are still wanting more, don't think Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday is enough, you actually can have our or join our Britzone Discord class as well, which always be held every Sunday and Friday, which starts at 7:30 p.m. So it's gonna be on Sunday. We have chit chat time, so you guys gonna talk a lot of things in English, of course, and also we have Discord Friday event. So don't forget to actually come and join us on our Discord. Connect with us so that you guys won't miss anything important and anything fun from Britzone. But of course, as a community, I'm pretty sure we all know that we have our general guidelines. First one is respect and kindness. Secondly, seek permission whenever you guys want to take pictures or like screenshot someone else's camera, because it's on Zoom. So make sure that you follow the guidelines. And of course, lastly, avoid discrimination. Because people here are not only coming from Jakarta, we have a lot of people coming from across Indonesia, even across the globe, like our conductor of today who comes from New York. So I actually talk a lot of things about New York because right now I'm in Times Square and I'm very happy to be in Times Square. I'm gonna change this because after this, while you guys are doing FGD, I'm gonna meet the Liberty. So have fun with the FGD later on. And then if you guys witness behavior that actually violates the guidelines, so please do help us connect on the chat, tell us what's happening, and so we'll take action as well upon that thing. Oh, I see that some of you are actually also in New York. So I think we should meet up in the Big Apple. Yeah, after this, maybe you can have some ice cream in the park, Central Park. Yeah, that's the name. All right. So again, I just would like to remind you guys to actually follow us on our social medias from Instagram, YouTube channel, our TikTok, as well as our Discord channel as well. So make sure you guys follow us because to ensure that you guys won't miss any of our classes because I think I'll be sad if I miss any Bridzone's class. That's why I'm always active on Britzone. All right. But of course, during our offline class, we'd actually like to also thank Perpustakaan Kemdikbud, who actually provide us the classes where we always gather like in every offline classes. So yes, I'd like to give a round of applause for Kemdikbud for the area that we always get for every hour offline classes, which comes in this Saturday and next Tuesday as well. So don't forget to come, yeah, on our next classes. So, of course, as usual, we actually have some traditions whereby everyone should turn on their cameras and then you guys can change. Oh, perhaps we can do like some background changing. So you guys can change your background to New York. I'll be in the Times Square. You guys can be somewhere else. Yeah, don't be in Times Square as well. I know Times Square is big, but I've already been in this place. Yeah, please change to another place in New York City that you guys really want to go. You can be in Queens. You can be in the Central Park. You can be in Broadway, or you can be just sitting down in some McDonald's. It's also all right, so long as you guys are in New York. All right. So lastly, I'd like to actually tell some merchandise that you guys can bring to New York as well, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be very useful. So you guys can actually purchase our BZ Connect, where you guys can use for the public transportation, as well as BZ Carrier. Because actually, for BZ Carrier, I think it's very good for you guys to bring in New York, yeah? For you guys to bring some merchandise and put it inside, to bring the Liberty hat and put it inside, or just to bring your passport IDs, because you don't want to meet the ICE, right, in New York, or else you'll get deported. All right, just kidding. All right, so actually that's it for the introduction, and I'm pretty sure you guys are very looking forward for the presentation from our conductor, who will talk about New York, and I'm pretty sure you guys want to go to New York and living the American dreams. So without further ado, let me call our conductor of the day, Kak Rima. Karima, the stage is yours.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you, Mas Haikal. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rimanti. You can call me by Rima, and I live in New York. I'm working as a comic artist for publishers and clients online. So I mostly work from home, but I can also work anywhere, basically in New York, whenever I want. That's a privilege for me to be able to do actually walk in my dream here in New York. That's the brief explanation of me. So, shall we go to the presentation? Let me share my deck. Um, all right. So, please tell me, can everyone see the slides just fine here?
Yes, always visible, Kak.
Okay, all right. So, let's just proceed. The title for today's presentation is Living as Indonesian Diaspora in New York City. So, there's some kind of fun fact about Indonesia in New York that maybe a lot of Indonesians themselves not really know in the media, and we'll be there in a few minutes. But I will introduce about the general um knowledge about New York first. So, where in the world is the state of New York? Uh, as you can see, this is the whole United States as a country. There's the mainland, which is in the America continent, and there's Alaska, like up there, uh, beside Canada, and Hawaii in the Pacific. So New York is on the East Coast. What usually be called by East Coast is on the east side, uh, by the Atlantic Ocean, and West Coast is here, and California, Los Angeles, San Francisco is here. There's a lot of Indonesians too in Los Angeles and San Francisco, but today, because we're talking about New York, we're talking about East Coast, specifically Northeast. New York State is in the Northeast. So I'm live in the it's East time standard of United States. There are three different time zones. Three? Wait, I forgot. But well, I live in the Eastern time standard of United States, and right now it's 8:15 a.m. in the morning. I think you guys are now in 7:15 p.m. the evening, right? It's 11 hours behind you guys. So you are a time traveler for me. You are way ahead of me by 11 hours. And then uh, the five boroughs of New York City. So, New York City is the city that you are thinking about in the New York State. The city, we call it New York City or NYC. And NYC itself is divided by five boroughs: the Manhattan, Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, and Staten Island. Uh, the one that you usually see in the movies and the TV is probably in Manhattan, where all the tall buildings, the skylines all the glitz and glams. It's on the Manhattan, which we, the New Yorker, usually say the city. Fun fact for the locals, we don't say, "Oh yeah, we're going to the Manhattan." No, we usually say by, "Oh, I'm going to the city," because Manhattan is the city. It's a downtown, so it's just how we address Manhattan. It's the city, and I live in Queens. This one here, this one big borough here at Queens. Queens is the most diverse borough. Oh, wait. Queens is the most diverse place on earth. Yes, you can meet many kind of cultures and people of all backgrounds from all over the world. You can see the most unique culinaries that you probably don't even know that there exist. And that's fascinating. The diversity is really amazing here that is you are not really surprised by people who are so different compared to compared to yours. It's just the exciting part of living in New York. Actually, people of all kind of background live in the New York City, but Queens is pretty famous for its diversity. It's almost like the boroughs of immigrants. You can see the Queens have two airports. The John F. Kennedy International Airport, the JFK, it's for mostly international flights down here. And LaGuardia Airport is for mostly domestic flights and international flight for nearby countries. So if I have to compare it, JFK is Cengkareng, Soekarno-Hatta Airport, and LaGuardia is the Halim Perdana Kusuma in Jakarta. That's how I imagine it. And on the left side of New York is New Jersey. A lot of people in New Jersey also work in New York, but they probably prefer to live in New Jersey for many reasons too. But now we are talking about New York. Okay, move on to Queens. So this is the neighborhoods of Queens. Very extensive until down to the south. Um, I will talk about the neighborhood that I'm currently living in, which is Elmhurst, and this is a very unique neighborhood for Indonesians, and I will get to the part in a minute. And also Flushing. Flushing is like the second Chinatown for New York City. There's a Chinatown in Manhattan in the city that's very well known and often be visited by tourists. But for locals, there's also like another Chinatown, which is Flushing. If you know Panji Pragiwaksono, the stand-up comedians, he lives there in Flushing, and it's nearby Elmhurst. So why is Elmhurst special? Oh wait, so this is the aerial view of Queens, and we can see the city, Manhattan here, the skyline, divided by the East River here and Queens here. And this is city filled, a lot of concerts, sports, and stuffs going on here visually. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me talk about the transportation first. How do the New York people go around the city? We usually go by subway or bus, but New York City subway is so iconic, and it's run by MTA, which also runs the buses too. But we'll talk about subway first. It's 120 years old transport system running through 472 stations around the city. So it's a very, very big transportation system underground, mostly underground. There's also the line that is up over the ground, but mostly underground. Mm, Here's the typical view of a subway system. Um, this stations is like underground. You need to enter it through this kind of stairs. You need to go downstairs a few flight down, and then you have to find and know where you should wait. There's usually signage that will show you where you should go, and so you need to pay attention to that. And this is the inside of subway, which is I think it's pretty similar to KRL. So I always say that how it feels like just riding KRL in Jakarta, but it's underground like MRT. It's like if you marry MRT Jakarta and KRL, you get subway system in New York. That's how I usually try to describe it to my friends back in Indonesia. And okay, so this is Elmhurst, Queens. So what's special about Elmhurst, Queens? You will most probably meet Indonesians in New York City if you go to Elmhurst, Queens. So Elmhurst demography is filled by Asians, Hispanics too, um, mostly from the Chinese ethnics, but a lot of Indonesians also live here, although it's not as visible as the uh, Chinese people or the Hispanic people, like Mexican and so on. But if you pay attention, you can probably notice that some people are actually Indonesians. And because there's a lot of Indonesians living here, there's also Indonesian restaurants and Indonesian stores, and that vicinity of having Indonesian resources make it pretty lucrative, I think, a pretty popular spot for Indonesian to live. For from students, I mean, from student perspective, and like any other common diasporas, immigrants from Indonesia, it's probably more preferable to be able to access Indonesian taste uh, to cure some kind of homesickness, probably. And knowing that you are living with the people who share the same background as you gives you some kind of reassurance that you are not real alone here. So that's why Indonesians are living in Amherst and also in Flushing. But Amherst is so iconic, like so iconic that there's a series on a certain streaming platform that uh, tells the story about Indonesian diaspora living here. And this is the Indonesian products that they are selling in the stores. Pretty familiar names you can see here. Pretty familiar brands. Yeah, we can also actually access here. So if my friend asks, don't you miss mie goreng or something? No. Well, I eat it every day. Just don't mention nasi padang because there's no nasi padang restaurant here. So I need to be a little bit patient about that. I need to hold back. And this is the typical view of Elmhurst neighborhood. So Elmhurst is typically suburban, but still more packed than the usual American suburban, which is you know, United States is a very vast island. So some states have the suburban really uh, spread and built on wide lands, but in New York, people are living side by side and very crowded. And that reflected in the way they decided to build the homes too. A lot of local New Yorkers actually live with roommates, and it's because the cost of living is so high, and that's how they get by to make sure that the ends are met every month. This is a family homes. It's usually very old homes. People in New York live in like 100 years old buildings, and that's a very common, very usual. It's not that kind of scary thing or something because they take care of the infrastructure, so it's not nothing horror about living in old buildings. It's kind of the experience of living in New York, since New York is also a very old city. And a lot of crossing lines too in the neighborhood, which the driver are required to stop, actually stop, not just slow down, but stop before the crossing line. So the pedestrians are very respected here. That's the law, and you cannot break the law. So what do New Yorkers usually eat? They usually eat, especially immigrants. They can actually cook and eat their own culinary respective to their cultures. But if the tourist or if you want to visit New York, New Yorker usually point out to try the pizzas. This one here, New York pizza is so iconic. The bagel and chicken on rice. Um, so the pizza here is thin on this thin crust, so thin that you can actually fold it and eat it folded, but still juicy because it's just out from the oven, and you better eat it uh when it's still hot. It's the best when you eat it hot actually. And then there's bagel that is shaped like donut, but not actually donut because it's made of what? Maybe the closely resemble with sourdough bread and made of wheat, and it's bigger, so it's very fulfilling. You're not gonna be hungry for like about maybe half a day after it the whole bagels and the chicken on rice. So chicken on rice is usually sold by halal carts. Yes, part of the icon of New York is halal carts. Yes, you hear it right. This halal carts, you can meet it everywhere in the city in any boroughs. It is so iconic that I can compare it just like if you want to find ayam geprek in Jakarta, in Indonesia, and you know the best ayam geprek in the neighborhood, and you have the regular or when you just you go to your go-to place, and that's also applies in New York. Some people like maybe most people have their go-to halal carts too, and it's well beloved by the office workers, the tourists, the locals. They usually sell gyros. Gyros is like a kind of kebab. But the uh, most popular one is chicken or rice. You guys, I think, ever heard about halal guys? Yeah, halal guys is the pioneer of this halal cart thing in New York, and from that on, it becomes a culture iconic part of New York. And the Muslim community is in New York also very big. I think you can find most just easy. I think it's not obviously not as many like back in Indonesia, but it's not that hard to find most. And actually, there's Indonesian Muslim community like Indonesian mosque in Queens. So for Indonesian diaspora that want to have a feeling of home when there's Eid and they can't go home, they can just like go to Masjid Al Hikmah in New York and they can find fellow Indonesians celebrating Eid in New York. And so, what's the activity for local New York that doesn't actually have to cost money? One thing that I really appreciate living here is there's a lot of public spaces for the locals. Like this is Bryant Park, right in the s- center of the city, where there's a lot of activities, and sometimes there's like some kind of mass yoga, like free uh, movie screening, free concert, and so on. So there is some kind of community activities that is loved by New Yorkers, and is part of New York experience also. And also, I'm sorry, wait. You can read in the library. This is New York Public Library, the famous Rose Reading Room. It's very beautiful. You have to experience uh, strolling around the New York Public Library. This is a very magnificent place to visit. And also the famous Central Park, the biggest park in New York City, the famous one. There's like three big parks here. The Flushing Meadow Parks in Queens, the Prospect Park in Brooklyn. Have you guys ever watched Ada Apa Dengan Cinta 2? There's a scene in Prospect Park, Brooklyn, where Cinta and Rangga met there. And Central Park, like I can't explain how big it is, but you can spend the whole day and you probably haven't explored the whole park. It's so big, that big and beautiful, especially in the fall. Like um, we are entering fall here in New York, and the trees are turning into yellow and reds. It's so beautiful. People are usually visit during that time. So if you ever have any chance to visit New York, I highly recommend don't miss Central Park. Really, it's so worth it. So worth it. Okay, I think that's all the general experience of living in New York. And okay, thank you very much for uh for listening to my presentation. So I think I will give the baton to Mas Haikal.
All right. Thank you so much, Karima, for the presentation about New
Thank
York. Give round
you.
of applause,
Thank
everyone.
you.
So you were talking about the halal card. So right now I'm actually
Mm-hmm.
queuing for the halal guys as well. The queue is very long, so
Yeah.
while waiting for the queue, I think we gotta do a
Yeah.
Q&A session, Karima.
Oh,
All
wait.
right.
We usually sorry for being kind of a grammar corrector or something, but we call it by the line. We learn it as Q, and in the States we usually say it the line. The line is so long. The line so long. Are you in the line? Yes, I'm in the line. The line. That's
All
one
right.
thing that I
While
learned
the
because people
line
are
is so
going.
long.
Yeah, because when I ask to people here, where's the queue? Where's the what? Queue? Oh, the line, the line. What kind?
All
It's a kind
right.
of this culture shock. Small things
All right. Well, the
like that.
line is very long, so actually gonna be
Mm-hmm.
opening Q&A session while I'm waiting for my hello
Yes.
guys. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll be opening up three questions. So if any of you guys want to ask, you guys can pop up in the comment section, and I'll pick one of you guys. All right. So the first one is from Kak Irnanda Ulfa. So the question is, how do New York City people face Muslims there?
Okay. You know what? Since New York City is filled by many people from many backgrounds, meeting Muslims, and especially I am as a hijabi,
Mhm.
there's nothing weird. People never discriminate me. People just like just any other people is never been a problem for me, really. Sometimes that I even not really that self-conscious. I don't think I ever feel self-conscious about my religion or my hijab or anything. Living here, people are so used with difference to the point that if you even wear burqa down in Times Square, no one's gonna bat an eye on you. It's just that pretty usual sight to have people having full blown um Muslim attire in New York. People respect that pretty much. Like there's a joke, even if an alien descends in New York, the people in New York won't be weirded out. And then the alien asks, "Why are you surprised?" Come on, we live in New York. Nothing is weird or nothing is too weird or too strange for New Yorkers.
All right, thank you, Karima. So basically, it's
Mm,
very tolerant, yeah, in New York.
very, very much.
Okay, now comes to the second question, Ka. So how is the situation for now for the immigrants after President Trump running as a president? How's the policy going?
Mm. Okay. Well, to be honest, there's some kind of more tense in the air. Of course, people are more self-aware about their status, the immigration status or stuff. But I thought it will be quite bad, like people don't want to come out from the house or something. But when I go for my routines, day to day, people are still doing their activity just fine. People just being more self-aware, like carrying their IDs everywhere, but they don't stop doing their daily routines. And people are so supportive with each other. Of course, there's some kind of um, conflicts, but that's usually a bigger portion of it is echo chamber. If you see it only through internet or social media, I think you need to experience it yourself that New York protects their community.
Mm. I think especially that Zohran Mamdani is about to run as a mayor, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, it also gives some kind of optimistic
Hope.
feel that
Mm.
people are believe we need to protect New York as a special place, as a wait, I forgot the term, the idiom, the sanctuary city.
Mm, I see. Sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Karima. We actually have one more question, and it's actually coming from Vincent. So, Vincent, perhaps do you want to ask? As
Okay.
and this is would be the last question for today's Q&A.
Oh
Okay.
my, this is a wonderful opportunity. Thank you, Kaika, for the opportunity to ask Karima. Yeah, Karima, I'm asking from the World Trade Center. As you see on my screen, it's the World Trade Center.
Mhm. Yes.
No,
Mm-hmm.
just kidding. Sorry, I'm from Jakarta, and I want to ask to you actually, um, when you first arrived in New York, how do you deal with the culture shock that there's quite different between Jakarta and New York, and especially in language and in culture, how you deal with that? Thank you.
Oh my God, you just go by and don't think about it too much. You know, here's the thing, because New York is so diverse and people understand that most of the residents here come from a very different culture, a very different background, very different economy status, education, and stuff like that. So they don't uh, really take it as a problem if there's some kind of cultural mishap. Of course, there's some kind of culture shock or something, but people are very understandable, even if you can't speak English that fluently, because communicating is not just about verbal communication. Body language is very universal. Smile, thank you, sorry. It's very widely accepted and very universal way to communicate your thoughts, your mind. And one thing that I learned, if you find people gesture kind of weird, or you question whether I is that person being rude to me, or why is that person doing that gesture, like I had an experience when I buy a fried chicken in in a store run by Egyptians. They are selling halal fried chicken, and when they call me for my order, the person do this to me. Hey, for Indonesian, that's very rude, right? I was questioning myself, what did I do wrong? Is it because of my language? Is it because uh I don't speak English very well, or what? But apparently, that's that's the just the culture, you know. So knowing that, I don't easily jump into conclusions when dealing with people from different cultures, and that opens your mind that you the world doesn't run only for from your own perspective or from your own standard. You need to be more understandable and empathetic about that. Of course, there's a line, there's a universal line where some things is crossing the line, and you have to call it out. Of course, people are so expressive about that here, but you need to understand that certain gestures, certain language, the way people talk, maybe it's just their culture, and it's not about you, really. You need to be
Yeah,
mindful about that.
yeah, I do agree with that, and because it and sure, the New York is the most diverse place on earth, and uh, I agree that you shouldn't jump into a conclusion by by the gesture of this, as you're saying. As Indonesian, I felt like, hang on, is that rude or something, calling people like that? But yeah, again, just remind that
Mm,
you're in a new place in New York. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you,
mhm.
Karima.
Yeah, yeah, anytime.
Okay, thank you, Kafin-san, for the question. And actually, thank you, Karima, for answering all the questions that we have for today. So, everyone, that's actually the end of the Q&A session. And after this, we will be dividing you guys into groups to actually discuss regarding today's topic as well. So, before actually we go into the group for the FGD, I will have Dea with me to actually help us and taking pictures together. So please, guys, make sure you guys have switch on your cameras. You guys have touch up a little bit as well. You guys have changed your background to New York. All right, I see all of you guys are like taking ready. So getting ready for the picture. So all right, Kak Dea, please do let us know
Okay, thank you very
for the
much,
pictures. Yeah.
I have two slides here, so we don't know where you are, so please keep posing 2 times, all right? Okay, I'm gonna take the first slide. Okay, so some people is still opening their camera. I'm gonna wait for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm gonna take the picture. 1, 2, 3, smile. Hold
See
on.
New York.
Okay, and then the second slide, give us another pretty smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay. All right. I've taken the picture. Back to you, Kaika. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Kadea. So, everyone, you guys will be divided into groups to actually discuss regarding today's topic. While you guys are doing your FGD, I'll be roaming around New York City. So, have fun in the FGD session and have a good discussion for today's topic.
So, okay. So, hi everyone. We are in the main room. So, if you are not going anywhere in the FGD room, so here we are in this main room. So, we are have, of course, the Tuesday team. Thank you, Tuesday team, the MC and the conductor. Thank you, Kak Arima, for the presentation. And there are some people here. There are Kak Sarah, Kak Bayu, and Kak Almira. Would you open your camera, guys? Kak Sarah, Kak Bayu, and Kak Almira. If you don't mind, Kak Rima and Kak Haikal, maybe if you want to join FGD, but it's not. If not, that's okay, Kak Rima and Kak Haikal. Okay, so introduce first. My name is Ajuk. I'm the facilitator here in the main room. Um, Last time we heard or we knew from the presentation of Karima, so that's good. we know about New York because I watch Ratu Ratu Queen, which is located in New York. So that's good, and it it takes me go to New York and enjoy the New York. Okay, so maybe before we start our discussion tonight, I want to Kak Sarah, Kak Almira, and Kak Bayu to introduce yourself, Kak. Maybe start from Kak Almira. Can start first. But sorry, you still mute.
Halo
Yeah.
Kak,
Hi, Kak Almira.
I'm so sorry before because my camera sometimes will get turned off because my connection is bad.
That's
My name
okay.
is Almira and now I live in Central Jakarta. I work in Central Jakarta too.
Oh, nice. Nice to meet you, Kak Almira. Next, maybe Kak Sarah.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my name's Sarah. Sorry, I can't turn on my camera at the moment because I'm in the middle of a class as well. I'm a teacher. Um, I teach English for corporates mainly, so I mainly teach stuff. And yeah, it's really nice to meet all of you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Sarah. Next, Kak Bayu. Could you introduce
Yeah,
yourself?
okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mas Ajuk. Okay, my name is Bayu. I'm living in West Jakarta. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too, Kak Bayu. Okay, for the first question, guys. What part of the speakers or Karima story did you like the most? What part of the Karima stories did you like the most? Maybe Kak Almira?
I think the part that I like the most from Kak Rima's story is about the toleration.
Hmm. Why, Kak? What do you think?
Because in YC, of course, the most of society are not Muslim, but they are not discriminate Muslim in there.
Okay. Maybe Karima wants to confirmation about that statement.
That's pretty much true, I think. Like, of course, in any part of the world, there's some frictions here and there, but uh, it's not the norm to find Muslims being discriminated here. People actually very welcoming of people of all the backgrounds here. So we need to be tolerant with everyone here, and then be mindful for people from different backgrounds too. So not only being tolerant to Muslims, we have to be tolerant for people with different beliefs too. That's how it works in New York.
Thank you, Karima. Yeah, because we are from Indonesia, which has a lot of religions that we believe. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's nice if we go to New York, so we can still believe in our religion. Okay, for Kak Bayu, what part of the speaker story did you like the most?
Yeah. The story I like it is the part of the hawker, the Muslim hawker.
Hmm.
I think because you know the NEC or New York City is lot of people with a different background. It's not all from Muslim, but in NEC or in New York, they have a hawker for Muslim or mosques or something else related about the what the activity for Muslim. I think it's very best things or best fact, because I never see before, especially in the country with liberation or different opposite mindset with a Muslim country. They have something named the Muslim friendly.
Okay, thank you, Kabayu. I agree with that too. But before going to Kak Sarah, I want to know if there is someone that joined Evander Toro. Hi, Kak Evander. Are you there?
Hello, I'm here. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
late.
Okay, so you can introduce yourself first. Um, can you open your camera if you can open your camera?
I'm sorry. I think I can't open my camera
Okay,
right now.
that's okay. Just introduce yourself, Kak.
Uh, well, hello.
Hi.
My name is Vander Bilundor. You can call me Billy. I'm
Sorry, Billy?
Billy. Yeah, you can call me Billy.
Okay.
I'm from Solo, born and raised, but currently stay in Jakarta for work. And I'm 23 years old. And maybe what else?
Okay.
Yeah, my
Thank
hobby is
you.
playing sport. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
Thank you, Kak Billy. Nice to meet you. We have here. So yeah, before we go to Kak Sarah and Kak Billy, I want to know, Karima, actually, how long have you been in New York, and what is your, I mean, like your short culture for the first time when you lived there?
So I've been in New York for just almost 2 years.
Hmm.
Um, I first landed here back in November 2023, and since then, I became the resident of New York. And sorry, what culture did you say? I
Culture
didn't.
shock that
Yeah.
you, yeah.
My first culture shock. Well, that one, the one that I talked about earlier when I was buying a fried chicken, the halal fried chicken,
Oh,
and the
that
seller
that
is an Egyptians, and they did this to me to call me into the counter, and I learned that this just their casual, friendly interactions, actually, not trying to be rude or something.
okay. Thank you, Karima. All
Mhm.
answered. What about Kak Sarah? What part of the Kak Rima story did you like the most?
I think my favorite part would be when she explained parts of New York because I know that a lot of people think like New York is a city itself, it's not a state. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's one misconception. So it's really good to like see some more insights into each of the city in New York. And I mean, I'm not entirely foreign with the United States. Because I have a boyfriend in the US myself. So yeah, anyways, that's a story for another day.
Okay, so thank you, Kak Sarah. What about Kak Billy? We talked about New York City that Kak Rima has told us about her story, her experience in New York City. And yeah, if you can answer, just answer it. But if you can't, just answer with you cannot answer Kak Billy. So the question is, what part of the Kak Rima story did you like the most? Can you answer or not? Or
Uh,
you just join now?
yeah. Actually, I don't know what Kak Rima's full story,
Okay.
but maybe I want to ask a different question. I want to ask why it's just New York,
Okay.
where it's a crowded place, and yeah, everything just in rush, same like Jakarta, I think.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Kak Billy. Maybe Karima? Can you
Okay.
explain?
So actually, I didn't plan to live in New York at the first place. When I got my visa to live as a permanent resident in the United States, I have a freedom to choose wherever I want to live. And I try to find any acquaintances or a friend or someone else that can help me find a place to live, like anywhere in the States back then. And friend of a friend from my family know someone which is a property agent, an Indonesian who usually help fellow Indonesian immigrants find place to stay or live or a room to rent. And she lives in New York and especially Amherst, and she showed me there's a vacant room, and I would just get it. I don't want to miss a chance because the property here is really hard to get. So I just take the offer, and here I am. It's because it's not really planned. It's just because that's the first chance given to me, and I took it. It's that simple,
That's good.
actually.
Okay, so just take the opportunity ya Kak ya that you
Mhm.
got. So
Right.
nice. Okay, thank you Karima. For the next question, guys. Have you ever been in a new place or environment, and how did you feel? Maybe Kak Billy, do you want to answer first? Have you ever been in a new place or environment, and how did you feel?
Uh, do you mean like a new place, like new country, or new place like now?
Like new city, like Jakarta, because you said
Oh,
that
yeah.
you were from Solo and you moved to Jakarta.
Yes,
You can
maybe
explain.
Jakarta is a little bit different between Solo and Jakarta is totally different. I think, yeah, the people, the how they talk, yeah, how they fix things. I think they are totally different. And maybe I just try to, yeah, like Kak Rima said, yeah, just do it, keep walking. Like there is an opportunity around you, you can take it, or you can just, yeah, don't care about it. But yeah, here I am, in a new place, and yeah, just do. Maybe that's what I can say, because we don't know, life will take you anywhere.
Yeah, I agree with that statement, Kak Willy. Yeah,
If
Yeah,
thank
I
you.
may chip
maybe
in,
that's it.
you're
That's
right.
what I can see.
Yeah, Karima.
Sorry,
I live
Karima.
by
Yes.
no, no, don't be sorry. It's okay. Um, it's there's a mentality that I have to learn, which is take it or leave it. It's quite very harsh saying, but for this kind of opportunity, and I'm still new in the States. Uh, I don't think I can bargain much or try to like
Yeah.
you know.
Yes. Yours is take it or leave it. Mine is go big or go home.
Yeah, I think if there's kind of opportunity and you think you can handle it, and of course you don't be so reckless. If you think the opportunity is good and it's aligned with what you can handle, try it. You know, I don't want to be like being, oh, every opportunity, every chance is good. No, um, be wise, but also don't try to be like too stingy to yourself when it comes to chance of opportunity that maybe deep down you want to try it, just like can handle it.
Okay. Yeah, that's good, Kabili, Karima. I agree with those statements. So for the next, maybe Ka Almira, have you ever been in a new place or environment? How did you feel?
Yeah, just for example, Jakarta, I actually from Central Java, and then I have to move to Jakarta in 2024 on February. And then I was like, the culture is really different, and the people also different. People in Jakarta are outspoken, not like Javanese. Jakarta always outspoken and straightforward, not like Japanese, like calm down. Not Jakarta people, not like that.
Everybody's
Mhm.
always in rush, in a rush. Yeah, like New York City, right? Jakarta is the big city and the capital of
Uh,
Indonesia.
so
Yeah, Karima?
I actually lived in Malang, East
Oh,
Java.
you are
Yeah,
from Malang.
uh, I wasn't born there,
Hmm.
but I lived like a majority of my my school life from kindergarten up to high school life in Malang since my parents lived there. Um, so yeah, I too had a culture shock being a Japanese speaker to Logue speaker in Jakarta. I attend a university in Tangerang,
Oh,
and yeah, it's a very different place and culture all around compared to Malang. But it's
so
exciting. Maybe I just have that kind of curiosity for experiencing different backgrounds in different place.
that's nice. From Malang to Jakarta and now in New York City, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the single Edan, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm from East Java, so I know and I graduated from Malang, Karim. So I know
Oh, I
Malang,
see. Fellow Nalam.
fellow Ngalam. Yeah.
Mm.
So because 10 minutes for the time. Next maybe Kak Bayu. Have you ever been in a new place or environment? How did you feel?
Yeah, a few years ago, I had been living in Singapore for 1 month for the job. I got a shock culture,
Hmm.
especially between Singapore and Indonesia is so different. In Singapore, it's very fast paced. It's like when you choosing the menu in the hawker or something.
Yeah.
The uncle is very upset or angry with you if you very slowly to choose the menu. And I got shocked. It's my first time to come to in Singapore and the see the madness uncle for the first time.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
Kak Bayu. What about Kak Sarah? Have you ever been in a new place or environment and how did you feel?
Um, for living, no. But I've traveled to a couple of countries like Singapore, and I think the furthest for me would be Turkey. I went to Bursa, and the people were very welcoming. But for me, the shocking thing would be the men. Um, the men there were very flirty, like they were very flirty. And it was just I was just taken aback by that experience, but overall I had a good experience in Turkey, so no shit.
Thank you, Kak Sarah. Okay, guys. So for the next question, yeah, what makes you feel like you belong in a new place from your experience? Maybe Kak Almira.
Sorry, Kak, can you repeat the question?
What makes you feel like you belong in a new place? What
I don't
makes you
know.
feel?
Maybe a new chance and a new opportunity. Is that I
Okay,
have no idea actually.
okay. Thank you, Kak Almira. What about Kak Bayu? What makes you feel like you belong in Singapore for a month?
I don't think so, Singapore. But
So,
actually,
because
the
your
first,
story
yeah,
last time is about Singapore. Okay,
and
continue.
the belonging is when I meet the something good environment, especially like the clean environment, good neighbors,
Mm,
and also the affordable food. I think it's very belonging for me because
uh,
it's very principle. It's very core. If you living in some place and you need them, you need that,
okay, environment and affordable food. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Kak Bayu. What about Kak Sarah? What makes you feel like you belong in a new place?
Definitely for the people. Community is key, especially when you're near to a place or a city. When you're settling in, you want to be able to get along with the people, right? Especially the locals. Um, so you don't seem like that suspicious neighbor, you know what I mean? But yeah, I may have just been watching too many crime investigations. So anyway.
But yeah, a lot of cases like that, right? So yeah, I agree with Kak Sarah.
But
But
yeah, I mean, like, other than people, I don't think there's anything that could make someone feel comfortable in a place, right? Eventually you'll have to socialize, you'll have to meet people and, interact with them at some point, at the very least. Even at a local coffee shop, for example, you want to be able to feel welcomed and, you want them to be friendly to you because then you will feel comfortable, you feel like, okay, this is a place for me.
yeah,
You get the idea.
yeah, I agree because just mentioned my experience when I moved to Jakarta and I don't have any friends there. I have some friends, but maybe they have their times and they don't have their time to me. But yeah, I knew this community, Britzone English community, so I just joined, and yeah, this community helped me to belong in Jakarta. So thank you, Britzone. Give applause to Britzone. So yeah, next Kabili, what makes you feel like you belong in a new place or a new environment?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe the people that they accept you, or
Hmm,
maybe the food. No, I stuck with Jakarta food actually. Well, I can say anything. That's it, I think. Thank you.
thank you, Kabili. So the next question, because we have just 5 minutes, guys. Can you remember the moment you started feeling comfortable in new place or a new environment? Maybe Kak Sarah, can you remember the moment and just share it?
Does it have to be like a real life environment or can it be like a virtual environment?
Just not real life. It's okay, Kak.
Okay. In that case, it would be probably, I am very active on Discord.
Mm,
Because I'm a gamer myself, so I tend to be involved in so many servers, and sometimes we get into like voice chat, and
mm,
the voice chat is usually full of strangers, and so I met all these people, and they were very friendly, um and they're pretty cool, pretty chill, and that itself makes me feel comfortable around people even if they are strangers. So yeah, I would say that is one. As for real life, again, it's about the people, how the people treat you and how you treat the people, of course. It's a two-way interaction. So yeah.
Okay, so thank you. Maybe Discord, but nowadays we know Roblox ya Kak. Something like we can go to mountain together, go to the beach together. So it's something
Yeah,
like that.
I've
Okay.
seen people getting along very well on Roblox, but I don't play Roblox. So
Okay, thank you, Kak Sarah. Next, maybe Kak Almira, can you remember the moment you started feeling comfortable in new environment or place?
Yeah, I still remember that when I first moved to Jakarta, I think I got a supportive boss. She's a woman and she's really powerful, but she's really objective to the officers and supportive. And she really support me like, don't be afraid, don't be shy, just show yourself to everyone because I know you have like apa ya? I know kamu punya kemampuan, and she said something like that to me.
That's good. You have to be grateful for your environment in the office. Maybe Kak Bayu, can you remember the moment you started feeling comfortable in your place or environment?
Yeah. I have been experience when I traveling in Thailand, especially in Bangkok. I meet uh the driver. He is
Mm,
very nice because when I want to give him some tips, he not allow or he just uh not accept the tips. He say this is my job is finished, and then yeah, you just enjoying the Bangkok is very nice. And then I don't get something scam or something, but he is nice because he taking long a trip because he just give me some discount from the real price. That
mm.
is very it's very, yeah, it's very memorious, good memories for me because as foreigner, and then we don't speak Thai language, and he is just, yeah, just with the, yeah, not able to speak English as well, but we can understand about the how to help or, yeah, help and don't get something scammer each other.
Okay, thank you, Kak Bayu, for sharing your story about the driver in Thailand.
Yeah.
What about Kak Billy? Can you remember the moment you started feeling comfortable in new place or environment?
Well, maybe the last time I feel comfortable, maybe when I moved to the new course, and
Mm,
the the I don't know, the mommy course is very nice to me, and yeah, we get along. They actually share their food for me,
mm,
and that's kind of nice. Yeah, maybe
okay.
that time.
Okay, so thank you, Kak Sarah, Kak Almira, and Kak Bayu, Kak Billy, and everyone here in the main room. So that's all from me for the FGD session. Back to Kak Haikal. Kak Haikal, thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you so much, Kajuk. I think you guys had a very fun discussion here regarding so how is it, Kajuk, discussing with a lot of people about new opportunities and shock as well, yeah?
Shocked because I always in the the room, not in the main room. So yeah, shocked, and it's live, yeah, in YouTube. So it's different feeling, different experience.
It's fine. Your face will be on YouTube, so that's cool. Everyone will know you.
Yeah.
All right. So while waiting for some other members to join us again, once again, thank you so much, Kaijuk, for actually leading the main
Thank
room.
you.
And as
Sure.
usual, everyone, actually right now, Like I'm in the airplane to go back to Indonesia, but before actually going back to Indonesia, I actually want to ask several, perhaps like representative from a group, and I'd actually like to ask Kak Gos, perhaps do you have any representative from your group to actually represent on where you guys have discussed today?
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Kahai. Wow. Suddenly you chose me first. Well, I haven't chose any participants as the representative for my breakout room yet, but since there is one newcomer, I'm gonna choose him. So, Karoko, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
The stage is yours. You may share your thoughts about what we have discussed about New York and anything else.
Yes, maybe the three of us from your room, we are discussing about this. Yeah, discussing discuss about New York. Maybe about New York. What's our opinion about New York, and then what's our opinion and about the from who's the speaker who live in New York, and then we are talking about many things about New York and about the mass transportation, about Central Park, about many things about New York, the good thing and the bad thing of the New York, and then the third. The vessel asked us about what 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 will face with us if we know about and we know about New York and we are in New York. Maybe it's like a lot of things. Maybe we're talking about Central Park, the vibe of New York, and then many high building, maybe, and then the daily people of the New Yorks. There's a lot of many things about New York uh, we describe uh, in our room. That's it from me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Karoko, and thank you so much, Kagos. So you guys actually discussed a lot of things about New York, yeah? It's related for today's topic. So again, thank you so much for the group. And actually, guys, before we end up today's discussion and before I actually bring back Karima with us today, I'd like you guys to actually fill up a little of a QR code here for you guys to scan and rate today's class. So I'll give you like around 2 minutes. So can you guys see my screen already? All right. So you guys can like scan the QR code and fill it out. I'll give you guys around 2 minutes. Yeah. Just to fill in your attendance and what you guys think of the class. And of course, don't go away yet because I'll bring Rima back to the session with us today. So Karima, be ready because actually after this, I'm gonna call you out for some closing statement that you could give to all of us here in Indonesia. Perhaps for all of us who actually wants to go to New York to just become a visitor or even want to study there or even want to stay there like you. So we'll still have 1 minute before Karima's closing statement session, yeah? All right, guys, another 15 seconds. I'm gonna do a countdown. 15. All right, That is it, guys. So thank you for all who have scanned it out. So I'm gonna bring Karima back to the session today. So hello, Karima.
Hi, Masayka, thank you.
So how's
Okay.
yeah.
Uh,
All right, all stage is yours, ya, Kak.
Three. Okay, so it's the closing statement, right? Well, I think if I have to close today's class, then I will say please always expect the unexpected. That's a word to live by for me because you can't control the whole universe to always follow your own ideals or your own plan. What you can do is seize the moment and then work it out very hard until it eventually leads you into the results that you actually wanted to get in somehow better way than you ever expected before. Like, I mean, if I have to say to myself, my own self, 4 years ago, that girl, you are going to be in New York, I will just laugh my head off. Like, there is no way I will be in New York, but here I am. Really. I didn't really plan to be here, but now I'm talking to you guys about the experience of living in New York. My the me in like 4 years ago won't actually believe it, but I took the chance and here I am. Somehow always expect the unexpected. Maybe tomorrow you got the chance of opportunity that you don't know today that will come to you. Maybe think about it and then consider it. Try to calculate whether you can handle it or not. And if you can handle it and you believe that it will lead you into better opportunity or better place or maybe better result than you ever expected, give it a try. Sometimes you have to get that YOLO, you only live once, but follow it with wisdom also. Not every chance of opportunity you got to walk it until it costs you everything. Don't be reckless, be mindful, and that's, I think, what I want to say in today's presentation.
Wow, that is such a very strong closing statement from Kak Rima. Thank you so much, Kak, for today. I hope you actually had a lot of fun, yeah, presenting to all of us in Indonesia.
Oh, of course, really. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the platform as well. Thank you for the opportunity, the chance. I also didn't expect that I'm going to talk about New York to many people here too, so I just give it a try.
All right. Thank you once again, Karima. Everyone, give a round of applause to our conductor of the day. So actually, that closing
Thank you.
statement has become our the end of the session. So again, thank you so much for all Britzone members who have joined us today. And don't forget that we will also have our Thursday class this upcoming Thursday, as well as our Saturday class. So once again, thank you so much everyone for today and have a great evening.
Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you,
See you next
everyone.
Thank
Bye.
time.
you.